everyone, welcome back to the Hynt Beauty YouTube channel. My name is Ashley. I'm from the Green Bunny. You guys know me by now. I only say it every single time. And in case you don't, hi. But today I'm going to be sharing with you guys a really short, really sweet swatch and review, a little bit of application tips about the Hynt Beauty ALTO Matte blushes. And I really love these blushes. I had the wonderful opportunity of collaborating with Hynt Beauty on a shade. So clearly I'm a big fan of the formula. 4 beautiful shades. Just wanted to walk you through what they look like, how I like to apply them, and how the colors are, of course, because that is the most important thing. And it's so hard to shop online, so I really love doing these videos for you guys. Anyways, when you receive your beautiful Hynt Beauty ALTO Matte Powder Blush, it's going to come in the classic Hynt Beauty packaging, this adorable baby pink with like copper lettering. Right at the top, you'll have the shade that you ordered. Right on top, a little sticker, just in case you forgot. Now when you open up the box, you're going to reveal this nice big jar, like all the other Hynt Beauty jars. It has a nice black lid, copper lettering, and name right there underneath. Inside this product, we are getting 3 grams worth of product, and they are completely loose blushes. Now I know that can be a little bit of a trickier item to use. That's why I wanted to share with you guys some of my application tips, but we will get right into that after all the colors. When we unscrew the lid here, you will see that you have a sifter. You have one end that you can completely open up and tap out the product. You can turn it the other way to lock it. So this can be a little bit less messy when you are traveling or you want to put it back in your drawer, but then you can always turn it open and just tap out a little bit of product into the lid, which is my favorite way of using these. So lightest to darkest, like I said, there's 4 beautiful shades, all completely matte. We do also have ALTO Radiant blushes as well. Very minimal ingredients list that I will include down below. They are also titanium dioxide free in case any of you are sensitive to that ingredient. They sort of kept you in mind with this product, which is beautiful. So from lightest to darkest, first up we have the shade Nude Apricot. And Nude Apricot is just a very beautiful, very pale apricot shade. So it's very peachy, very orangey on a very pale complexion. Oh my God, I think this would be beautiful. Definitely someone of my coloring, which I'm more of a light medium, can pull this off as well. A little bit more light these days. The winter did get me even here in Florida. Moving along to something a little bit deeper, we do have the shade Sunset Pink. And Sunset Pink is a color I love. It's actually the shade I have on today. It is a peachy brownish terracotta kind of color, so it does sort of help sculpt the cheeks while giving it a lot of warmth, which in turn gives the face a lot of life, but it still is a very orangey warm tone shade. And I love it with the sort of spring glam look I have on right now, which, by the way, if you're a fan of this look, I just uploaded a video on this and I will include it down below as our last one in case you want to check it out. Moving along to my collaborative shade with Hynt Beauty, so of course it is my favorite. This is Notoriously Nude, and I formulated Notoriously Nude sort of with in mind that I like a very subdued cheek, because I really like bold lips. I really like to play up the eyes, and if you have a conflicting cheek color, sometimes it's just a lot of look. I'm really scared of looking over blushed in any way as well, so that's something I wanted to keep in mind. But it's just this beautiful mauvey, brownish, more cool toned, contour enhancing blush shade. So it will give you enough color to the cheeks where it is defined. Think something like Tarte Exposed or MAC Cubic. Those were sort of like my inspiration shades. Those were shades that I previously loved but could no longer find dupe for in the Green Beauty community, and Hynt Beauty helped me out and brought the shade to life. And I'm a big fan of it. I've talked about this product at length, so I'll include that video down below as well. But if you're looking for a good, more cool tone mauve, definitely good as a contour, especially on a more fair skin, or contour enhancing as well, then check that one out. That is a good one. And then finally, for my women of color, this would just be drop dead on you. We have the shade Soft Plum, and a soft plum is exactly what this shade is. It's definitely a plummy color, has a good amount of brown to it, but still enough purple where it's going to give a little color to the cheeks. It's just a really good, yet it's still sort of neutral. Even though it's purple, it's not like, oh my God, that is so purple, because I've never liked purple blushes on myself. On a fair skin, to use the absolute most delight of hands with this product, but anyone else, go for it. It's absolutely beautiful. So quickly, that is the only shades. I will have a photo of all the shades down below so you guys can check it out. Let me know if you want to see the radiant shades next. Let's quickly talk about some application tips while we're here, shall we? So a very particular way I like to apply them, a way that is the most mess-free as well as the most smooth on the skin. So as you can see, when you dump them out into the lid, you sort of see like chunks. You know, you're like, okay, my brush might pick the pigment up kind of weird, something like that. So I don't like to go in with a dense brush at all. I like something quite loose. This one here I have is from Red Apple Lipstick, has that nice contour, you know, angled shape to it, which I really like for bronzer, blush, whatever, but it has a ton of give to it, you'll see. So it's just never going to grab onto too much product. It is, of course, a synthetic hair brush. That is the only type of brushes that I use because they are cruelty-free and vegan. But synthetic hairs just do not pick up quite as much pigment as a natural hair brush would. So what I like to do is, you see I have that color in the lid. What I will do is actually I'll put on a little bit more of the shade I'm wearing just so you guys can sort of see. So when it's like this, mine's still a little bit of a mess because I didn't lock the lid. I'll take this, I'll do a little tap, tap, tap in the lid here. Just a little bit of product. I mean, that is even too much, so I'm not gonna get all of it. I like to go in there and I like to sort of swirl. I like to evenly work it in and coat all of the bristles. And then when I'm done, I'll take the back of my wrist and I'll just do a little bit of that. And when I'm applying it, I hold it towards the back end of the brush. This is how you're applying the least amount of pressure. If you're holding it like this, you're gonna be putting on a ton of pigment. We don't want that, especially me, because I like a very subdued cheek look. Then I'll hold it back here and I'll just do a very little, right at the apples. You can do a little fake smile. That's the Ashley fake smile in my videos. A little there. And then I always take it back towards the temples. And you can see it gives us just a slight flush that looks very natural, give us the sort of color and definition that we need, perked up my face, but still looks really natural. And sometimes I will see if there's enough pigment on the brush. In this case there is, because I do already have blush on. And we're just gonna do the same thing. Very incredibly light-handed. And for whatever reason, if you make a little mess of your face, go ahead and take your foundation brush and just buff around the edges. That is the quickest way to fix any sort of blotchy blush. But very, very fortunately, these blushes are incredibly smooth. They go on like a dream. Just a little bit more tricky because they are pure pigment. So you do want to be a little bit careful with them, but they blend nice and even once they're on the skin, and they're really beautiful. And because you just need the tiniest little bit of product, they last an incredibly long time as well. So please do keep that in mind. These retail $28, 3 grams worth of product. Everything you need to know is going to be in that description box down below. Swatches, product links, product information, and ingredients, all going to be down there along with all of our social media. So please make sure to check us out. We're everywhere. We post when videos go live. Subscribe to our newsletter. That's also how you know what's going on with us, new product launches, sales, the whole shebang. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. Like I said, if you want to see the radiant blushes next, give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe, and I will catch you guys in my next video. Bye.